Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Gamers, breaking news. We got a picture of Acheron, and she's as hot as we all imagine. But before we go into her little bit of lore they give us here, let's scroll down a little bit, and you can see they were teasing her over here. You see a little back shot. She has like a cool little robot spine thing coming down along here. She's looking very hot and sexy, might I add. But I like her lone. It's gonna sound weird. Her loneliness appeal or her sad, lone energy she's got going on over here, where she's just the lone samurai. So let's go up, and I'm gonna read her little dial, her little lore drop they got here. Extraterrestrial satellite communication, Acheron. Lone voyagers in the cosmos are driven by two desires: to tread in the trails of the past and to forge their own way, but under their scrutiny, most end up adhering to the former. A drifter claiming to be a galaxy ranger. Her true name is unknown, and she walks the cosmos alone, carrying with her a long sword. Though aloof and taciturn, her blade flickers out like lashing lightning, and yet she always strikes with her scabbard, never drawing the sword free. Now, if we scroll down even slightly, you can see just all the people. You can see people referencing past games that the same character was in. Honkai Impact, she was a lightning katana wielder. Genshin Impact, she was a lightning katana wielder. Honkai Star Rail, she is a lightning katana wielder. But I think let's get a little more of a zoom in while I talk about her too. I think her design, very cool. The blade here, kind of the fire here, kind of weird standout. The blade design, very, very cool. I really like it. Very cool scabbard right there. The art in the background, fucking drippy as hell, my guy. But what I think most of all that piques my interest is this single line at the end. Yet she always strikes with her scabbard, never drawing the sword free. So what I think that they're playing into is that all of her basic attacks, she's going to be beating people to death with the scabbard. And then her ultimate, this is my belief of what her character might end up doing. So her ultimate is either going to be an enhancing one, which we've seen in the past with the ice character that they released earlier, or she's going to be a one-shot ultimate character as well. But if that happens, she's gonna she's gonna pull out the blade and she's gonna do some crazy stuff, kind of like how Zeely does her dash everywhere kind of thing. I feel like she might end up doing the same kind of animation where she pulls the scabbard out for a little bit, reveals a blade for a second and then dashes up and does some crazy biz. But that's going to be very cool. Just everything about her, very cool. And she also is a Nihility, but I'm believing she's going to be one of those Nihilities that not going to simply debuff a character. She's also going to be just her own damage dealer. And by the same metrics, we can look at Kafka. For example, Kafka is all about dealing a bunch of damage, but she stacks onto that dot damage appeal. So this character, doubt they're gonna make the same design. They're gonna have the same kind of character where she enhances dot damage. But what I do think she's gonna do is she's going to be a DPS of some kind. That's what I'm gonna bet money on. And she's going to enhance a specific play style. It might be follow-up damage, though I'm not thinking it's going to be, because they already have the other fire character that does the dot damage instead. Or not dot damage, that enhances the follow-up damage instead. So I don't think it's going to be that kind of playstyle. It might enhance the playstyle of consuming a bunch of skill points. So if we look at him, Imbibitor Lune, for example, then Imbibitor Lune uses a bunch of skill points. We also have Quinchi, or whatever, however you pronounce it, that also uses a bunch of skill points. She might be able to enhance that aspect of the gameplay to where she debuffs them to where if you use a bunch of skill points, she will deal more damage or do something. She'll give you more skill points to consume. And that's also the kind of avenue that Sparkle's playing into, which they might lean into a little bit more for her so that, you know, oh, Sparkle does this and she enhances that playstyle. So now you have to get both of them. So you have to spend money because they're back to back. But that's all just assumptions, beliefs, you know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's the news for today. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, Johnny.